All right, I want to welcome Indy Annies, Breezy and Krista, to Moonshine and Music. How are you guys today?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. I
Doing
like
well.
that. Yeah, you're doing well. So the cool thing is that I don't know you guys very well.
Right.
Sometimes I kind of know everybody. And Krista and I have chatted a few times, I think once before today, right? So this is going to be cool because like I get to invade your privacy a little and ask you some questions that are...
Come on in.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So like where did you grow up and stuff? Did you guys like grow up together or did you meet later? Like, give us a little background.
We grew up probably 20 miles from each other and didn't meet until we were in our 30s. I'm from Fairmount, and Krista grew up in Elwood.
Oh, yeah. So you guys are totally close together.
Yeah.
So Fairmount and Elwood, Indiana.
Yep.
Fairmount being James Dean's hometown,
Absolutely.
right? And before this, you told me like some, gossip, local gossip about James Dean in your house.
Yes. The lore is, so the house that I grew up in, my parents still live there, used to be a dentist office at the time that James Dean was around, and there are rumors that the rooms upstairs were rented out and that James Dean rented those rooms from time to time, including my bedroom. Have I never told you this?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been keeping that from you. I have no idea if it's true, but I do like to tell people that it is possible that James Dean slept in my bedroom.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
I'll go with it.
Okay.
I'm going to agree. I think we should just like lock it down as something that really happened.
So you can start
The rumor?
the rumor, yeah, and like start solidifying. Like, yeah. I have a cousin,
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that in your hands.
I have a cousin whose brother, whose step cousin, said that he stayed there with James Dean too. So he wasn't as famous, so you don't know about him.
Right.
Freddie,
Freddie.
but, yeah. So anyway, that's pretty cool. I like that little story. I thought people would like it. So when you guys, how long have you been playing like together?
I think it'll be
Almost
3
3
years.
3
next
years?
month maybe. I don't remember if it was May or June
June.
first.
It was June.
So it'll be 3 years in June.
So have you lived in the area the whole time? I know you live in Indy right now, right?
Yeah.
So have you lived in this area your whole life, or did you move away or do anything else? Other places?
I was moved to Fairmount when I was 6. Before that, my family moved around a little bit. I was born in Virginia. We actually just drove around Danville, Virginia, where I was born.
Wow.
And then we lived in Atlanta for a brief period of time, but Indiana most of my life. And then I went to college in Tennessee, just outside of Knoxville. And
What school?
Carson Newman University.
Carson Newman.
It's a little Baptist school down there.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure I was never going to come back to Indiana. I applied for jobs all over the country when I graduated, and the only schools that interviewed me were in Indy. So I'm back in Indiana.
So it was meant to be.
It was. Yeah, it's meant to be.
That's cool. And you? Did you move around or?
Not really. Born and raised in Elwood. I still live really close to where I grew up. I did go to college in Indianapolis, so I did live down there for 6 years, but...
Yeah. Did you go to IUPUI? Or?
I went to Butler.
You went to Butler.
Yeah.
Oh, fancy. You went to the school with the very best basketball gymnasium in the world.
Yeah, and we went to the Final Four the years I was there, so
It was
fantastic.
because of you.
No,
right?
I was in the library the whole time, but I'm sure they did a great job.
They did. It was actually amazing. I've been to Hinkle Fieldhouse so many times, like growing up.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is really
Yeah,
cool.
it's.
I thought you were in the library.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple times I snuck out.
Okay.
When I was doing
So like funny story about this. My family had a little vacation get together a couple weeks ago, and they were having the NIT Final Four in Hinkle, right in the field house there, and one of my family members, he says, "Is that he lives in California? Is that the place they filmed Hoosiers?" I was like, "Yes, in fact they did." He's like, "That's awesome!" And like every time that they would pull back, he'd be like, "Yeah!" Like when you get to see the whole place again, that was fun. So did you guys start playing music at a younger age, or when did you start? What was your?
Yeah, we've both been doing this for a while. I grew up in a very musical family, and my mom is the choir director at the church that we went to when I was little, and so I started singing in church. Grew up singing with my siblings, and then the only other band I've ever really been in was a band with my brother and my sister called Rodeo Ruby Love, and we toured nationally for a while in my early 20s. And but yeah, I've been, the second I could make noise, a microphone was shoved in my hand. And I've been in the spotlight ever since.
You have a new instrument, right?
I do.
Can you share that?
Well, Joe asked me earlier if I was playing anything tonight. I said, I don't play anything. He said, well, I've seen you play the piano before. I said, that's for home. Last night, I did play a glockenspiel.
Wow.
On a stage in front of real life people.
I've never been more proud.
It was hilarious. I did it for one song, but
hey,
it was a lot of fun.
One song counts.
Yeah.
You can now say that you're a professional glockenspiel musician.
I don't know that I would ever make that claim, but I will say I can play a tune with 3 notes.
I mean, three notes in the truth. You know, they say 3 chords in the truth, but they really mean 3 notes.
There you go. Yeah. But you've been playing your whole life, basically, too.
The oldest record I could find is video evidence of when I was 4. I wanted to be Winona Judd. So when I was 6, they started me with guitar lessons and switched to bass and drums and the whole gamut since then.
So this is why you play guitar so much better than me. I got it. I understand. I was, I think it's really cool, like, that you guys kind of got together later, didn't know each other, and suddenly, how did you get together? How did it happen?
Well, we needed a fill-in guitar player at one point, and Krista reached out on Facebook. We had never met each other, and said, hey, I would like to be considered. And at the time, we didn't go with her. We chose somebody else. And then a couple months later, we were looking for a lead guitar player, and Krista reached out again and said, I would like to audition. And I'm not going to lie, she knows this, so I don't feel ashamed saying it out loud, but we were a little skeptical at first. When she sent us I asked for videos, and it was a lot of acoustic playing. I was like, I don't know if this girl can play lead guitar. And then when she showed up for the audition and left, we were a little flabbergasted. It's like, all right, this is it. And it felt like, I've said this several times too, it really felt like Krista was the missing puzzle piece to the Indy Annies and what we were trying to do.
Well, that's awesome. I love that. Especially they didn't pick you the first time thing.
Yeah, rock guitar is a lot different than country. All of the bends and the leads and things. And I didn't have a lot of videos at the time because I was playing a lot of rock / a little bit of country. Yeah, I don't blame him.
But here we are.
But here you are now.
Later.
All right.
Yeah, well, so lately I've been listening to your latest output, and I love the song Tomorrow Today, which I hope you're going to play tonight.
Well, we have to now.
Yeah, I've kind of like thrown the gauntlet down. I do that. Everybody's like, what do you want to hear? And I'm like, well, if you want, you must. Do you guys feel like you have some influences that are a part of the way that you're writing songs? Or, like she said, she grew up wanting to be Winona. I don't know that I can completely hear Winona in there, but what kind of influences do you have in those on those tracks that you've written? I mean, the beautiful records, the last 2 that you have. I've listened to. Mm-hmm.
I think I definitely pull from a lot of pop and maybe 90s country, but I grew up listening and wanting to be Christina Aguilera and Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. I thought for sure I could hit whistle notes when I was younger, and I'm sure my parents were just dying downstairs listening to me try to hit these whistle tones. And so I think, we both approach songwriting very differently. Krista often starts with a guitar line or chords on the guitar, and I immediately go with a melody that I've got in mind of like a vocal riff. And so it's fun, the two of us writing together, because we do approach it kind of differently, and we kind of fill in gaps where the other might be missing something. And if you want to add to that.
Yeah, it's really cool just because our influences are so different. Even morphing into today's influences in like the current country versus like old Western swing and traditional stuff, it's all getting just thrown together. It's really cool.
So, like, you know, besides Winona, who were you into? Like,
right
were you
now,
trying to sing whistle tones or anything like that?
Oh no. I really like traditional country, Western swing right now. That's what I'm really diving into. So it's funny because when we travel together and we go to the gym and we're listening to different things, I'm over next to her like listening to Patsy Cline, like old love songs. And it's just, yeah.
Well, that's cool. I love Patsy. Who doesn't? How can you not? Right? So what's the big song you're looking forward to putting out there tonight that like we should be looking for?
Oh, that's a loaded question. I'm gonna answer a question that you didn't ask.
Okay. Perfect.
And hope that this suffices as an answer. The song I think I'm most excited about people hearing, or the song that I like the most that we do right now, is one called "Shoulda Known Better."
Okay.
We wrote it in the car. We've actually several of our songs were written in the car on the way to or from Nashville, and this one wrote itself very quickly, and it's a fun tune about all the things that we do that our husbands aren't fans of. We just started making a list of everything that we do that they don't like, and it was a very long list. But it was a super fun song to write, and it's a really fun song to play. And the first time we played it out, we got a really good reaction to it, and so I think that is my current favorite song of ours. So that's the one I'm most excited about tonight.
You know what I really like about that answer is that I love when people admit that they have favorites even in their own songs that they write.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like, a really long time ago, I used to work doing music videos in Nashville. And when I first was doing it, the first artist that I did one for, and I asked her, what was her favorite song to play? You know, what was, and she was like, that's asking me which of my children that I like the best. And I was like, okay, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, you know. So I love it that you're like, yes, right now my favorite's this one.
Yeah.
Because I have favorites too of the things that I've written. I mean, I feel like it's, you know, I'm one of those people. There's the two camps, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, those people who can't choose their favorite, and the others who are like, yeah, I got a favorite. It's probably that way with kids too in some families.
It's like, as the youngest child, I think I can confirm that parents do have favorites. It's me. I'm the favorite.
You're the favorite in my family.
I'm her parents' favorite child. So it's.
Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Totally.
All right, so you guys ready to get out there and play some songs?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out today.
Thanks for having us.
I spent hours doing my makeup, bought a nice dress I thought you would like. I've been sitting on this bar stool for ages. Now it's last call and I ain't seen you all night. So I will sink like a stone when I drown my sorrows in a river of cheap Chardonnay. Baby, I can't keep waiting for tomorrow when tomorrow never becomes today. You've been playing the tomorrow never becomes today. I will sink like a stone while I drown my sorrows in a river of cheap Chardonnay. Baby, I can't keep waiting for tomorrow when tomorrow never becomes today. Never becomes today. We did a little interview with Joe right before the show started, and Joe asked if there was a song that I was excited about, and I said, well, my favorite one right now is the next one that we're about to play. We wrote this in the car, and often on road trips to and from Nashville, I will drive and Crystal will sit in the passenger seat with a guitar and we'll come up with a couple songs. And this song started as a list of all the things that we do that our husbands don't like. It was a long list. And then the song just kind of wrote itself. It kind of came out quickly, if I remember it correctly, and it's been one of my favorites to play. There'll probably have to be a part 2 later, because we barely touched the list.
Or more.
Part 3. Just make this a whole album, maybe. Absolutely. It sure does. I used to be a 10, now I sit around a 6.5. I could toss back a double, so we thought I'd make a hell of a wife. After some time he has found I never cook or clean the house, and he thought I was a catch, so he didn't throw me back. Now we're further down the river and he's noticing that I lied on my resume. Now he's got a stowaway sign sealed and stuck with me forever. He should have known better. Just like a hurricane, I'm tearing up every room. I'm a certified jerk when I'm running laps, pushing a broom. I maxed out his credit cards. He never thought it would be this hard, 'cause he thought I was a catch, so he didn't throw me back. Now I'm further down the river and he's noticing that I lied on my resume. Now he's got a stowaway sign sealed, stuck with me forever. He should have known better. He's got a thing for bleach blondes who sing along to right or wrong. He thought he won the lottery. He thought I was a catch, so he didn't throw me back. Now we're further down the river and he's noticing that I lied on my resume. Now he's got a stowaway sign sealed and stuck with me forever. He should have known better. Oh, sign sealed and stuck with me forever. He should have known better.
Moonshine and Music is produced by Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. Artwork by Bailey Shelton. Production crew, Patrick Zabriskie, Ray Hoskins, and special thanks to the Owens family. Also thanks to the H.J. Ricks Center for the Arts, Tony Seiler and Heather Warren staff for all of their assistance in our National Road Music Series shows. Moonshine and Music is copyright 2025, all rights reserved. Hope to see you next time on Moonshine and Music.